we were there. We were there on night 2, on the pitch, and we sang that song to them. And I just find that incredible.
Hi, welcome to TTK. It's not often you get a bunch of mums that are totally into BTS to tell you their honest truth. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as much as the first one. If you're new here, please make sure you press subscribe and also the bell notification button next to it and allow all notifications on your phone. That way you can stay up to date with what we're doing. If you guys stick around till the end of the video, we are really excited to share a special announcement with you all around our Patreon, but stay tuned to the end so you can find out what that's all about. So much good content that we couldn't fit it into one video and we had to make 2. So enjoy part 2.
One day, I can't remember exactly when it was, Claudia said to me that she discovered this K-pop band or whatever, and she showed me the DNA video. And I was like, oh yeah, that's lovely, it's very colourful. And I can remember referring to J-Hope as Jumper Dude, because that's all I didn't know.
Well, that originally was my granddaughter, Claude, and then through my daughter Stacey.
My sister had been trying to get me into K-pop for about 12 to 14 years.
Right, that's my daughter's fault for that.
My daughter, she was 14 at the time.
I blame this all on her. It's her fault I fell down the K-pop hole.
And she was watching them on YouTube and she'd say, Mum, look at this.
She's also introduced me to loads of cool stuff. I think she introduced me to 21 Pilots as well. And she's introduced me to Billie Eilish and loads of stuff.
2 years down the line, it was just after the Mama Awards, and she was in floods of tears. And I was like, oh my word, what's happened, you know? Has someone died? And she was like, no, one of my bands said that they were thinking about breaking up and everything. I was like, oh my word.
And then I think it was the summer holidays and I wasn't working. And she was like, Mum, you've just got to just give them a chance, just sit. And I was hooked. And I just kept hearing it. And then I said to my sister, what is this? What is this? And she was like, oh, that's BTS.
And she's like, Mum, please just give it a chance. So she put on I'm Fine, and I don't know why, but I just sat there and just burst into tears.
We had so much fun because I couldn't tell them apart to begin with, which now seems crazy. And then I think, I know the hair colour. And then the next video they've changed. Oh, it's just, we had so much fun.
And she was like, I'm going to put on the subtitles now. And so she put on the subtitles, I sat there reading it, and it just really, really spoke to me.
It was BTS this and BTS that, and I thought, well, I need to find out more for myself, because all of a sudden my child's become obsessed with this music, and I need to know, is it safer to listen to it?
I discovered BTS from just generally browsing through YouTube recommendations.
And New Year's Eve, we watched loads until midnight, and that was it. Bang. I was like, yeah, totally a fan.
It just happened. I was like, oh, this is nice. They're okay. And then the more BTS came up on my list, and then once Boy in Love got released and that was on the list, that was it.
And she said, had I seen these people? And no, and I watched them, and I was just amazed. They were just amazing. And then the more I saw them, the more I wanted to.
So I started to get invested, and then I fell down the rabbit hole, and that's it.
The rest is history. But if I had to try and put it in a word, I would just say it was probably one of the most amazing experiences I will have in my life.
It was incredible. Honestly, I cannot even begin to tell you. It was, I've seen other people, I've seen R.E.M. and various people, I've seen a-ha.
My daughter got tickets for me and my son and herself for the Saturday at Wembley. And the next day when she went to work, I thought I'll go online and see if I can get tickets for the Sunday, and miraculously got 2 tickets on the pitch for the Sunday. So we went on the Sunday as well, which was amazing.
3 times. So the first time we saw them was at the O2, opening night, and we were so excited.
I see BTS at Wembley in June, both days, because I could not decide which day to go to.
And of course we've got the announcement that Jungkook was injured. Oh my God, oh, and I was just like, please come out.
I've seen BTS live 6 times, twice at the O2, twice at Wembley, and twice in Paris. It was amazing. It was so special, and if I had the choice, I would just go travel the world and just see them over and over again.
You're in this bubble, but at the same time you're not. Like, we're in this little world, and they've created that world for us, and it's amazing. And I was on Twitter, and it just came up that there's extra seats for the second day, and I thought, right in the middle of my daughter's exams, so I just thought, you know, we've just got to do it.
And I would still say that BTS and Taylor Swift, best shows I've ever been to, but BTS would probably far outpass like even Taylor Swift.
Every show is completely different, and you just feel the energy and everything on stage is beautiful.
One thing that really sort of like stands out to me is there was a dad behind me, and you know, it's a typical bloke, you know, built and everything like that, and it was obvious he was there with his 2 young daughters, started the gig. By the end of it, he was up, taking his daughter's army stick and was like waving it.
First thing Emily said to me, both nights I think actually, was, I just feel like crying. And in a way, that's how I felt. It was so almost magnificent that it brought you to tears. All I can say is, we were there. We were there on night 2, on the pitch, and we sang that song to them. And I just find that incredible.
Honestly, in terms of concerts, because I've been to quite a few, it's definitely up there with one of my top memorable concerts, because what they do on stage, how they perform, the work ethic that they do, their commitment to wanting to entertain people, and then how the army all come together, how the fans are there for each other, the atmosphere outside the stadium was just off the scale.
And then they were there, and then it all happened so fast, and they were gone, and it was just incredible. We got back to the hotel because we stayed overnight, and then the next day I was just like, I just kept bursting into tears for no apparent reason.
I haven't seen them live, but I've seen the concerts, and their presence seems amazing.
It's really hard to actually put it into words.
A few years ago, I went through a very terrible time, and BTS were the one thing that helped me feel like my own person.
It sounds really, really cheesy, and I must admit, like even a few years ago, I'd be one of those people that rolled their eyes watching videos of people saying how much a band means to them, but they genuinely do.
I would say that before then, I had little ways of finding my happy. It didn't always get me through.
I was doing lots of different things, lots of different jobs, and BTS was the one thing that helped me connect to who I was as a person, and also helped me connect with my son as well.
Well, I constantly listen to them. If I haven't got them on the telly, on YouTube, I've got them on in the kitchen while I'm cooking or whatever.
BTS means a lot to me. I can't imagine now my life without them in it, because they're a part of my life in sort of silly little crazy ways.
When the moment I started listening to them, it was like almost like a flower just bloomed, and it would just keep blooming.
Like, I have a BTS lunchbox I take for work, I have BTS socks. They kind of go everywhere with me. They listen to them in the car.
My phone's always with me, and if it goes off and we're in the middle of Marks and Spencer's, I will literally jig to fire, because that's what my ringtone is.
I think it is true that their message of valuing yourself and being proud of who you are, not necessarily what society expects, I think that's very inspiring, and it's helped me decide to live my life slightly differently.
I always tell people about it. Like, I overhear conversations sometimes and I'm like, do you know BTS?
So I've got 2 friends who are in Korea who I speak to on a daily basis, and I never would have met them without without this band.
So many people, like where I work, they come in, I walk past the computers, they're watching BTS. So I'm like, hi. And then before you know it, I'm sitting down and having a conversation with them. And I'm like, oh, do you need anything else? Like, have you got a library card? You should. And I'm always the first to take out all the BTS books.
They're probably going to get me divorced.
I think my kids will listen to whoever they want to listen to, but the fact that they both do listen to K-pop and BTS in particular, you don't have anything to worry about, do you? You know they're good people.
I would much rather her be listening to BTS than some of the stuff that's out there. There is too much in the music industry that is breeding violence, breeding negativity, breeding hurt towards one another.
I don't really have to worry about the message that they're putting out, because I know that it is either positive or it's going to help him think about something, give him new ideas, new perspectives on things. However, with some Western artists that he does listen to, I'm just like, oh, this is awful. You don't even realise what they're saying and you're just jamming to it. So, and I hope he doesn't really look into that in as much detail as he does look into BTS lyrics. But there have been a couple of times I was like, you can't listen to this. This is actually really inappropriate what they're saying.
And yeah, okay, a lot of people don't understand the words and the lyrics of what BTS are singing. But when you do invest your time into it and even just listening to their music, it's not offensive. They're not breeding any kind of negativity. They are encouraging people to come together and be as one.
And their ethics are good, and you know, and yeah, so I don't worry about it. But they will listen to who they want to listen to. But it's good that they listen to BTS.
It's something that is only positive, and it's only about bringing people together and to love yourself and to be more positive and be free to speak freely and be who you want to be. And I think that's probably why I've really sort of follow them as much as I do, because I'm fed up with all of this that you get in the mainstream, and you know, there's just too much nastiness around, and even in the soaps and things you see on television. What is BTS doing that is so wrong? There's nothing wrong, so why not love them and why not enjoy what they do and follow them?
BTS are very positive, very, you know, their whole music is sort of has a very positive feel to it. It's very energetic. The messages are very positive. They're very wholesome, and they're very grounded people. They seem to me. I know they're human and they have their flaws and everything else, and I know some of their songs are very sad, and I get that, but they don't have. There's not the aggression. There's not the reference to violence. Or perhaps the seedier side of things that there is in maybe Western music. So yeah, as a parent, absolutely, I think, you know, for my kids and young people, well, people generally, you know, it's overall a positive, wholesome, joyful thing that they seem to be part of, and you know, I think there should be more people like that, to be honest.
Thank you for watching the video, I hope you enjoyed it, and now is the time for our special announcement. We decided that to keep up with all the content you guys enjoy, we've started a Patreon. This is completely optional, but it's a way for you guys to support us and also get some really cool perks and rewards for sticking around with us on the Patreon community. We see it as a great way of forming a little community around our content. We will have a Discord server where we chat with you exclusively. So head on over and check out all the perks. One of my favourites is the Discord chat that we're going to have going with you guys, so we can talk about K-pop, upcoming concerts. We've got separate channels specifically for GOT7 Agassiz, BTS, ARMY, we've got Blackpink Blinks, we've got 17 Carats, we've got everything on there. We're also going to do a bi-monthly live stream to all of our patrons, so stay tuned, go and check it out over there. All the links are in the top of the description. All your support is going to go towards funding work that we do on this channel, so videos like this one take a long time to organise, and we have to work around the YouTube space to make sure there's time there. Ideally, we'd hire our own studio and do it ourselves without having to wait. We've got some goals that we'd like to achieve on Patreon. Some of those include being able to hire studio space more regularly to be able to film videos like this, and also to try and get to South Korea at some point in the near future. These are just some of our goals, and there's going to be lots of fun over on Patreon. I'm really looking forward to the live streams, so yeah, go and check it out. Your support really helps us out. Can't wait to see you there, and we can't wait to see you guys have fun. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you guys again next time. If you haven't already, please make sure you press subscribe and the bell notification button next to it to allow all notifications. On that note, bye. Bye.